Hello everyone, this is MacLeod here, and welcome back to another Redstone build. Today we're going to be taking a look at this here 4-wide door. You've probably seen similar versions to this on other people's channels, but this one here is my own design. This one only works on 1.8 as well because we use slime blocks for moving around the sides of the door. But as you can see, this actually opens and closes pretty smoothly and quickly. However, it does have a small gap on the middle, but you could probably build that into the design and make it an accent or something. And don't worry about the magenta wool. This is actually just to differentiate which blocks are actually moving. You can always replace them with whatever blocks you want to make an interesting looking door or to blend it into the rest of the wall. To build this door, what we are going to need is 88 blocks of your choice, 5 redstone torches, 14 sticky pistons, 16 magenta wool, or whatever block you want for the actual moving parts of the door. I just chose magenta wool because it stands out pretty well on polished andesite and snow. Then we're also going to need 33 redstone dust, 4 slime blocks, I'm sorry about that, my voice just kind of broke there, 4 redstone repeaters, 8 note blocks, or whatever immovable object you want. This can be melons, obsidian, note blocks if you want it, whatever you want. As long as it does not move when pushed by a slime block or piston. 2 blocks of redstone, 6 slabs, and 1 lever, but however you probably don't really want that lever because what it is just used for is turning on and off the door right here. You're probably not going to be using a lever on your own design. We're going to be building this on a 4x12 area. We're going to start off by placing a line of 4 blocks coming 4 blocks in from the left or right, and 1 in from the front, and then place 1 block more on the left side. Then on the 4 original blocks we're going to place redstone torches, as well as sticky pistons facing upwards, not to the side. Just like that. Then from here you can actually place the blocks in that you're going to use for the actual door itself, and just place a ring of them going all the way across just like this. So that way we can place the top pistons accurately. So you're going to place 2 blocks coming up, and then a 3rd junk block on top of that. Get rid of those first 2. And then you're placing your sticky pistons facing downwards all the way across, centered right on the door. Just like this. So that way they will pull down and push down. Pull down and push down. Retract and push. That works. The 4 top blocks. Then get rid of that junk block. Now on the back side, which is where we are right now, we're going to place a line of 4 blocks coming across the back of the pistons, as well as a line right below that as well. Yeah. Place 4 dust right on top of those blocks, as well as 5 on top of all of these blocks down here. Then, once again, on the back side of these blocks right here, we're going to place 2 slime blocks on the sides just like this, and then fill up the middle with the rest of your door blocks, because otherwise it will not be a very effective door. It'll just be a decorative ring, which you might want. Who knows? But then we're going to place on the very bottom slime block, not the top one, otherwise it will not work correctly. We're going to place 1, 2, 3, 4 junk blocks, and that 5th one out here. Get rid of those first 4. Then another 2 sticky pistons facing inwards on the back of that junk block, and get rid of that one. Do the same thing on the other side. And yes, I know this junk block is technically outside the build area, but it is not permanent, so I'm not counting that as part of the actual build area. And then next to these pistons, we are going to place a line of 3 blocks and then another line to make a 2x6 area, 2x3 area, aligned on the back edge of that. Do the same thing on this side except mirrored. Make sure, oh wow, that was a bit of lag. Make sure it is mirrored because otherwise it will not be aligned correctly with the pistons. This is actually going to be the platform for holding the wiring for the double piston extender. So what we're going to do is going to place a line of redstone just like this in an L shape. And then in the middle we're going to place a 4-tick repeater. And then next to that a 2-tick repeater on the outside edge. Do the same thing on this side, once again mirrored. and then the redstone, and that should be all the wiring complete. Let's just grab these and make sure everything is working. And that is, make sure this one's working, and of course it is. You can see that it actually can pulse pretty quickly without shooting out the blocks again. Next, you're going to want to grab your movable blocks and place one on the top and bottom of these two side walls like this, as well as two on the back side to form a C. Do the same thing on this side to form just a general crescent shape, because that is not a C. Unless you look at it from this angle, in which case it's kind of an R. And then we're going to fill in these air blocks right here with the blocks of your choice for whatever hall you want. Those you're going to actually be able to see from the inside, except for these two. Those two are actually going to be holding redstone. Place a line across just like this, as well as doing the same thing you did over there on this side, to fill in all these side walls. And then you can also fill in this top bar like this if you really want to at this time. But over here we're going to place a line of redstone going all across the very top of those blocks. This is what will be activating the sticky pistons that are on either side. One on either side facing downwards with a block of redstone on each face. Whoops, that was a little bit of lag there. Do the same thing on this side. Redstone block, and that is what will be activating this line of redstone right here to be able to push in the walls effectively. Next, we're going to place one block right here on the corner, as well as on the bottom, and the same thing on the other side, of course. And these blocks are what is going to be showing when this top bar of door blocks is retracted. So that way you're not seeing all the redstone and air blocks back here making it look ugly. It is also what will be helping us place our stone slabs, or whatever slabs you want. Place two coming out just like I did there, one right here, then one right next to those blocks, one next to the pistons, and then one coming out just like this, as well as placing one block coming one block up from the ground, as you can see, just barely touching corners, kissing right there. And then another one next to that, and another one on the top edge just like this. Now we're going to place a bunch of redstone on top of all these blocks that we just placed. However, this is the only time that you're not going to be repeating what you did over here on the side, because this is the only signal that needs to travel upwards. Aren't you happy? But then we're going to come over here, place our lone redstone torch right here on the back of this block. That is what will invert those torches, so that way these pistons work effectively. And then this is our input block, so we can just place our lever right here. Like I said, though, this is probably not where you're going to be using the lever at. You're probably not going to be using the lever here at all, that is. Because this will probably be underground or inside another wall. So, for whatever input device you're going to use, make sure that whatever block you put here has a repeater on it. So if you have the input coming in from this side, put a repeater on it, facing into the block, so that way it is a full 15 signal strength starting right here, just like if you had a lever on it. Because as it is, when the door is turned on, let's just turn that on right there, you can see that the signal barely makes it over here. I moved it up one block so I had a little bit of leeway with that, but you're going to want to make sure that it actually has a full signal strength going into that. But as you can see, this is actually working pretty well now. It's all completed. All the redstone's completed. So now all you have to do is make sure it looks really nice for all your guests coming by. And now this is what it looks like when everything is now filled in. Once again, these are just to differentiate what blocks are actually moving. This is what it will actually look like when you have blocks that match the inside of your walls. It actually doesn't look too bad, and you can probably repeat it over here pretty effectively. And you can use whatever immovable block you want as long as it does not move when a piston pushes it. I will try to leave a link down in the description to the wiki page of immovable blocks. I cannot say movable, I'm sorry. My lips are not working correctly today. Anyways, guys, that is going to do it for this episode today. I really hope that you enjoyed it, and if you did, please feel free to leave a like and a comment below, and I'll see you next time. So long, everyone.